I'm going to, slightly longer than normal video, is all about converting units from metric, the standard size we use nowadays in the 21st century, from metric to and from imperial. Imperial units are, in simple words, the units your grandparents or great-grandparents and your forefathers would have used, okay? Now, to be able to do this, you will need the conversion charts. Here we go, there's the conversion chart for length, conversion chart for mass in kilograms, and the conversion chart for volume. Let's look at an example. It's the best way to focus our mind. Convert 8 pounds into ounces. Now, which is that? Is that length or mass? Hang on, pounds. Here you go. Let's look along here. It says that 1 pound is worth 16 ounces. Now, here's how we're going to deal with all these problems using that technique we looked at earlier. We're going to draw a table, okay? And we're going to head it pounds and ounces. There are some abbreviations, but we won't bother with those today. Now, you take the information from the table. It says 1 pound is 16 ounces. I've got to work out how much in ounces 8 pounds is. So let's go through this. What do you times 1 by and turn it into 8? Remember what we do? It's the new number over the old number. Yeah, it's a bit easier in this instance. So it's going to be 8, the new number, pounds, over the old number. And then you do exactly the same to the other side. You get your calculator out. Let's hope this works better than the last video. Just bear with me. Just get the calculator to fire up. Here we go. And let's have a look. So 16 times 8 over 1 equals, there you go, 128, and you write that down. Whoops, I prefer to write the answers in blue. 128. And then underline it because that's the thing you were trying to find, okay? Within the table, it's easy for the reader, for you to spot, that's my answer. Okay, that was a fairly straightforward one. Let's look at a slightly harder pair of questions. Here we go. We're going to use the same technique. Convert 12 pints from imperial to metric. Is that length? Is it mass? Is it volume? Let's have a look. Where's pints? Oh, here we are. And now it said imperial to metric. Well, you'd have to know what metric is. Metric are things like litres or grams, ending in G, or kilograms, kg, centimetres, metres, or kilometres. Anything else would be imperial. So here's how we do it. We draw our table. Then we take the information from the conversion chart, pints, and then the other thing, litres. So we put pints, and then we can use this fancy L for litres. 1 pint is, very roughly, that's why instead of showing an equal sign, it's got a little squiggle here, approximately 0.57. We're going to convert 12 pints and find out how many litres, the metric units, there are. So here's what we do. What's the new number of pints? It's 12 over the old one of 1. And I'm going to do exactly the same to the other side. So here we go. I do my calculation. 0.57 times, 12 over 1. Convert it to a decimal, 6.84. 12 pints is approximately 6.84. Go through that once more. Here we go. We're going to convert 8.5 meters from metric to imperial. Whoops, a daisy. So, draw our table. It's the very first thing we're going to do. Now, let's find out what is meters all about. Look at our conversion table. Meters. Where's meters? Ooh, this is a tricky one. They haven't got direct things for meters. But they have got centimeters. It's got 90 centimeters. Why did I choose that? It doesn't matter what I choose. I'm going to choose this one here, 90 centimeters. Now, let's put centimeters. What was the thing I'm going to convert it to? So I've gone back here. Centimeters is, well, I could convert it to feet or yards. I'm going to convert it to yards. So I'm just going to put yards here. Now, let's go back to that conversion table yet again. I hope you're not getting seasick. 90 centimeters. is 1 yard. So I write 90 is 1 yard. Now here's the slight problem with this one, makes it harder. That's meters. You've got to remember that 1 meter is 100 centimeters. So 8.5 meters is going to be 8.5 times 100, which is 850. So that's the number of centimeters 8.5 meters is. Now let's have a look. Let's use the technique. If you get to this stage, you should be okay. What have I timed 90 by to turn it into 850? Well, it's 850, new number, over 90. So I'm going to do the same to the other side. And if I've got that far, I should get the answer. So 1 times 850, whoops a daisy, let's clear that. I'll do it on the other side, it's a bit easier. 1 times 850 over 90 equals 9.4 recurring, or if you want to make it a nicer number, 9 4/9 of a yard. 9, whoops, I don't like red. 9 4/9 of a yard, okay? So that was quite a hard one. What made that harder? Because it didn't actually have meters there, it had centimeters. So we had to convert the meters into centimeters and then find the right one. Right, let's look at one more example. This is if you manage to get to this stage. Which is heavier, 145 kilograms or 300 pounds? Now, the way to do that is convert them, one to the other. So it's a conversion question hidden in this. If I convert the 300 pounds to kilograms, I can see which is heavier. Or if I convert the 145 kilograms to pounds, I can see which is heavier. I'm going to do the 145 kilograms into pounds, though it doesn't matter what I do. So, what are the units? Kilograms and pounds. Let's have a look. Where's my chart here with kilograms? Oh, here you go. 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. So I write that information in the table. Here you go. 1 kilogram is roughly 2.2 pounds. Now, I'm going to try and convert 145 kilograms into pounds. So what have I multiplied the kilograms by? 145, new number, over 1. And I'm going to do the same to the other side. So let's get the calculator out of the way. 2.2 times, well, 145 over 1. Some of you may spot, of course, that's easier to just write and type in as 145. There you go, 319. Well, I don't like that red. Now, in a question like this, we can't just leave it like this. We would then have to write which is heavier. 300 pounds is heavier. And lastly, oh no, don't worry about that. That was the last bit. That was a question carried on from the slightly earlier in the show. Okay, so that's how we're going to use this table technique to do conversions. Okay, I hope it's been of some use to you. Thank you for listening.